Hello students, I hope you have completed your first two chapters. So student, I am here with the third video and your third chapter is what is civics. In this chapter I have explained, explanation is only there. Exercises and question answers I will solve in the fourth video. So please first of all understand the chapter. The chapter says what is civics. Civics teaches us how to live together and help each other. It also teaches us how the government works and how we enjoy our rights under the government. It also tells us about our duties towards our country. So first line says, civics teaches us how to live together and help each other. ये हमको ये सिखाता है कि आखिर हम कैसे अपने आसपास के लोगों के साथ मिलजुल के रहें, मुसीबत आने में हम उनकी कैसे मदद करें. The same thing what government gives us, government has given us certain rights to enjoy, and at the last we have also duties towards our country. Next is civic sense. People who take care of their country and respect it are considered as citizens, as good citizens. Who are good citizens? Who respect their country. Civic sense is very important in running our country. If we want our town, city, or country to be a good place to live in, we need to have civic sense. So I think the term civic sense is clear. As the first paragraph says, that it teaches us how to live together. It teaches us how to help each other. What are our duties towards our country? If we respect our country, we help our country to run properly by following their rules and keeping one thing in mind, that how we can improve our or how we can help our country. Civic teaches us what work the government does, what problem our country is facing, how this can be solved, and what we can do as a citizens of India. Let take us let us take our current scenario. We have we are suffering, our full India is suffering from one virus. I have used the wrong word, to the full country is suffering from coronavirus. I mean to say that peoples are getting infected by this virus. And what government has asked to us, the government has asked to us to stay in our home so that we will not become the carriers of this virus. So being a good citizen of India, what is our duty right now? Our duty is to sit our home, listen to our government, what government is saying, so that this problem can be resolved soon. Importance of good neighbor. A neighbor is someone who lives close to our home. We should be kind and helpful to our neighbor. Good neighbors take care of others and help them in time of need. ये बात बिल्कुल सही है. जब भी कुछ चीज़ मुसीबत में आते हैं तो हम सबसे पहले अपने पड़ोस की तरफ देखते हैं, है ना. जब भी कुछ परेशानी आती है तो हम क्या देखते हैं कि हमारा पड़ोस, हम लोग अपने पड़ोस की तरफ भागते हैं कि भाई मैं इस संकट में हूँ, मुझे कुछ मदद चाहिए. The same thing, it is telling this is the importance of good neighbor. Elections. Now come, the next point is elections. India is the largest democratic country in the world. It is not possible for all the people to rule such a huge country, so we elect certain people who become our representatives. They form the government and run the country. That is why a democratic government is also known as the government of the people, by the people and for the people. तो ये government क्या है? लोगों के लिए है और लोगों के लिए ही बनी है. The whole process of electing our representative is known as elections. हर 5 साल बाद हम स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के इलेक्शंस देखते हैं. So this process is known as election. और इस इलेक्शन में हम क्या करते हैं? हम अपना वोट देते हैं ताकि एक नई गवर्नमेंट बन सके और वो हमारी और जन की सेवा कर सके. The elections need a lot of planning and organization. Election Commission conducts election in India. It plans every part of the election, decides the dates, hold the elections, provide all the details and announces the results. Make sure that the election take place in a fair and impartial manner. इलेक्शन कमीशन का ये ड्यूटी है, वो पहले तो इलेक्शन डेट्स को अनाउंस करती है, उसकी एक ड्यूटी और भी है कि वो इलेक्शन कैसे हमारे देश में फेयर, फ्री, बिल्कुल फेयर मैनर से और इम्पार्शियल मैनर से कंडक्ट कर सकें बिना किसी भेदभाव के. एलिमेंट्स ऑफ एन इलेक्शन. द फर्स्ट इज वोटर्स. हु आर वोटर्स? Those who vote to elect their leaders are known as voters. So who are voters? We are the voters, because we are the one who used to form the government. The second thing, all citizens of India who are 18 or above are allowed to vote in the elections. So when you will become above, when you will when you will be of 18 years, you will be allowed to vote for the country. So voting, the process of electing our leaders by giving our support to them is known as voting. The definition of voting says the process of electing our leaders. So it is a process of electing our leaders. What we are doing? We are giving our support by giving vote. The Election Commission provides all voters with an identity card. This card contains details like the name, address of the person along with his or her photographs. Nowadays आधार कार्ड इज़ वर्किंग, है ना. या तो पहले वोटर कार्ड चलता था, अब क्या हमारे पास आधार कार्ड है. हम आधार कार्ड में हमारे पास सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन लिखी होती है और उसको देख के इट कन्फर्म्स कि यस दिस ही एंड सो द पर्सन इज सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया एंड ही इज़ अबव 18 years of age. On election day, it is necessary to carry this identity card. When voters go to the polling booth to vote, voting is done by secret ballot. Nowadays, electronic voting machine. ये पहले चलता था सीक्रेट बैलेट. एक पेपर पे अलग अलग पार्टीज़ के सिंबल्स बने होते थे जिसपे हम स्टैंप लगा के उसको एक बॉक्स में डाला करते थे, वो सीक्रेट बैलेट था. पर आजकल क्या हो रहा है, यही सारा प्रोसेस एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन है ना. बटन के आगे सारे पार्टीज़ के सिंबल बने होते हैं. जस्ट वी हैव टू प्रेस द बटन एंड आवर वोट इज़ कास्ट. Political parties. A political party is a group of people who have same views about how to rule the country. There are many political parties in India, है ना. We have many political parties like BJP, Congress, Samajwadi, and many other. There are many political parties in India. Political party use symbols so that people who cannot read and identify the party symbol and vote for it. Now it is clear. What is clear? It is clear that why India is having a political symbols. यानी कि बीजेपी का कमल का फूल हो गया, कांग्रेस का हाथ हो गया. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, क्यों दिए गए ये पॉलिटिकल सिंबल्स की, यानी कि जो आदमी पढ़ लिख नहीं सकता तो चित्र देख के वो पता कर सकता है कि वो किस पार्टी को वोट दे रहा है. To conduct election, the country or state is divided into smaller areas called constituencies. Each constituencies can elect one leader. Political parties select one member to fight the election in every constituency. This member is known as the candidate. हर पार्टी अपने अलग अलग जगह से अपने कैंडिडेट अनाउंस करता है अपनी पार्टी सिंबल पे. Each candidate tries to get maximum votes in order to defeat the candidate of other parties. The candidate who gets the maximum number of votes wins the election. As you can see in the election and the picture that how Modi ji is doing campaigning for his party and many other. So when the election comes, you must have seen in the news that how all the political leaders used to come and they used to ask the vote for their party. That is known as election campaign. The political party which wins the election in the maximum number of constituency forms the government. The party which does not win forms the opposition. The government makes the rules and policies for the country or the state. The opposition raises work in order to make the sure that it rules properly. अब जो इलेक्शन जीत जाता है उसको गवर्नमेंट, जिसको वोट ज़्यादा पड़ते हैं, इलेक्शन कमीशन उनको गवर्नमेंट बनाने के लिए आदेश देती हैं. अब जो हार जाती हैं उनका रूल ख़त्म नहीं हो जाता, वहाँ पर उनका रूल और बढ़ जाता है. वो ये देखती हैं कि जो विनिंग गवर्नमेंट है वो काम अपने अच्छे से कर रही है कि नहीं कर रही है. The caring for public and private property, we are responsible. The next is we have to care about public and private property. So these two properties are discussed here, as the word say public property and private property. Private property यानी कि हमारी ऐसी प्रॉपर्टी जिस पे सिर्फ हमारा हक हो, जैसे कि आपका घर, आपकी कार, आपकी बाइक, आपकी ज़मीन. This is your private property. The property which belongs to us and nobody else can use without our permission is called private property. We are responsible for things owned by us, and as our house, furniture, car, television, crockery, etc., which are used by us and our family members jointly. Our parents work hard to pay for them. We should use them carefully. है ना? Private property. These are the examples: your car, television, crockery in your house, furniture in your house. So these things come under private property, and nobody else can use without your permission. Is that clear? Now come to public property. The property which belongs to all the people of country and used jointly, for example trains, buses, electricity, schools, hospitals, parks, libraries, letterbox, street lamps, etc. Public money is used to maintain them. Public money comes from the taxes which we pay to the government. The public property which are used by every citizen of India. The property which belongs to all the people of the country and used jointly. जैसे कि आपकी भारतीय रेल, your electricity which used to come at your house, government schools, government hospitals, government parks, government libraries. So these are the things which can be used by every citizen. We should take care of them. Why? Because public money is only used to maintain them. That means all the taxes you are giving to the government, by that money only this property is maintained. So we should take care of them. These are some pictures shown to you in order to make you understand about public property. Then there is third is national property, यानी कि हमारी देश की धरोहर. These include items like historical monuments and places, etc. We should use public as well as the national property be carefully as we use our private property. If we damage or destroy it, we are the one who are losing something. Schools. The school building, furniture, library, fence, playground, etc. are meant for use of all students. We should not spoil the desk or the walls of writing on them. है ना? कभी कभी हमारे स्कूल में हमारे प्रिंसिपल हमको समझाते हैं कि हमारे डेस्क के ऊपर कुछ चीज़ें ना बनाई जाएं, स्कूल की दीवारों पे कुछ गंदगी ना फैलाई जाए. क्योंकि हम क्या कर रहे हैं? हम अपने ही स्कूल को गंदा कर रहे हैं, हम अपनी ही चीज़ को गंदा कर रहे हैं. हमारे माता पिता जहाँ पर हमें भेजते हैं हम उस चीज़ को गंदा कर रहे हैं. तो वी शुड नॉट स्पॉइल आवर स्कूल. इफ एनीबडी ट्राइज टू डू सो, वी शुड स्टॉप देम फ्रॉम डूइंग सो. वी शुड ऑलवेज कीप आवर स्कूल नीट एंड क्लीन. We should not tear pictures or charts from the notice board. Parks are also commonly used as public property. All of us enjoy playing, walking, and sitting in the park. There are flowers, fountains, benches, and plants in a park which are public property. We should not pluck flowers and damage the plants. We should not leave waste paper, waste of eatable in the park. These should be thrown in the dustbins. Nobody should be allowed to spit or urinate in the parks. All these bad habits make the park dirty. It is our duty to keep our parks neat and clean to maintain their beauty. पार्क की सुंदरता किससे? फूलों से. वहाँ के जो फूल उग रहे हैं, कुछ बच्चे जाके उन फूलों को तोड़ लेते हैं, पौधों को तोड़ते हैं, तो क्या होता है? पार्क गंदा होता है. हम कुछ चीज़ें ले आते हैं, खा पी के उसी पार्क में गंदा करके फेंक के आ जाते हैं, तो क्या होता है? तो कोई आएगा वहाँ पर? नहीं, कोई नहीं आएगा उस गंदगी को देख के. So we should make our parks clean. Buses, trains, and road. We all used to travel by buses or trains. We enjoy eating things while traveling, but never throw the waste below the seats. Some people smoke and chew tobacco inside the buses and trains. These habits make means of transport and roads dirty and unhygienic. Some people tear the seats of buses and trains. Some steal bulbs, fans, taps, and from the trains. These are bad habits which create problem for everyone. बसेस यानी कि जो हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने हमारे लिए लगा रखी हैं, बसेस हैं, ट्रेन हैं, रूट्स हैं, हमें इनको अच्छे से यूज़ करना चाहिए. अगर हम बैठे हैं तो वहाँ पर बैठ के जो लोग वहाँ पर स्मोकिंग या टोबैको खा रहे हैं उनको मना करना चाहिए कि कोई बस के अंदर या ट्रेन के अंदर गंदगी ना करें, ज़मीन पे गंदगी ना करें, खिड़की के बाहर गंदगी ना फेंकें. These habits make means the transport and roads dirty and unhygienic. Even बैठे बैठे कुछ लोग सीट्स होती हैं जो बसेस और ट्रेन की, उनको नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं. ट्रेन में लगे हुए बल्ब्स हैं, फैंस हैं, उनको निकाल के ले जाते हैं. तो इससे क्या हो रहा है, हमको किसको किसको कष्ट पहुंचेगा, ये हम लोगों को पहुंचेगा. सो वी शुड नॉट do that. If anyone is doing this, please tell them to not to do that. Stop them. Street lights. Street lights along roadside are very important public property. We should not throw pebbles on street lights to damage them. Hospitals. We should take care of hospitals to maintain a hygienic environment inside the hospital. हॉस्पिटल भी हमारे लिए जिम्मेदारी बन जाती है, आसपास इसकी सफाई रखनी चाहिए. वी शुड नॉट स्पिट or urinate anywhere inside the hospital except in the washroom. You can do urination, this spit and urinate, where we have to do in the washroom, not in everywhere. Okay, better, because what we have to do, we have to maintain the hygienic environment inside the hospital. हम हॉस्पिटल क्यों जाते हैं, दवा लेने या फिर अपनी बीमारी को दूर करने. अगर वहीं पर बीमारी मिलने लग जाएगी तो हम कहाँ ठीक होंगे. We should keep the hospital clean and hygienic so that patients get well in a short time. The monuments. When we visit ancient monuments, we find people names scribbled on their walls and the parts of them broken. This destroyed their beauty. We should stop such bad habits. कुछ लोग, हम लोग जब कभी भी हम हिस्टोरिकल मोन्यूमेंट्स देखने जाते हैं, चाहे वो ताजमहल हो, चाहे लाल किला हो, हमारे नज़दीक तो यही है. जब हम इनको देखने जाते हैं तो हम लोग देखते हैं कि दीवारों पे कोई लोग कुछ ना कुछ लिखते हैं या फिर लिखा हुआ छोड़ जाते हैं. उससे क्या होता है कि जो विदेशी लोग आते हैं या विदेशी पर्यटक आते हैं, व्हाट दे यूज्ड टू डू, व्हाट दे यूज्ड टू सी, दे हाउ द पीपल ऑफ इंडिया बिहेविंग फॉर देयर ऑन देयर मोन्यूमेंट्स. We used to get taxes from that. We find people names scribbled on their walls. So don't do that, or don't allow anyone to do that too. So here your chapter completes and these are the important points which are discussed here. This we have studied about private property and public property. New words are written here. Rights, that means fundamental rules that are allowed to all people to live in a social life. This is the old meaning of rights. These are the fundamental. Some rights are given by our government, right to speak, okay, and many more rights. There are different duties, something that one is expected or required to do by moral or legal obligation. This is the meaning of duty. We have also some certain duties for our country. अभी हम जैसे कि अभी हमने चैप्टर में ही पढ़ा, हमने कितनी सारी ड्यूटीज़ हैं. वी शुड नॉट damage our public properties. This is also come under our duty only. Election, act or process of choosing someone for public office by voting. Commission, the authority to perform a task. The property, a thing or things belonging to someone. So here your chapter finished. What you have to do, you have to, here your explanation is over in this chapter. The question answers and exercises I will discuss in the 4th video. Till then, what you can do, you can write these new words in your copy. Is that clear? Thank you, students.